The episode begins with Jhanak asking Parashar to take her to a government hospital. She says she feels like she is going to reach Nutan. Parashar asks her to not talk like that. On the other side, Rishi asks Aditi to give him his phone. Aditi tells him that he is on leave today. Rishi tells her that he may get an important call. Aditi tells him that today is a special day, and she will give it to him if he gets any call then. Neela teases them and tells them to pose for photos. Arshi asks Rishi and Aditi about their honeymoon. Annirudh says he booked tickets already. Rishi says he has not applied for leave yet, and Aditi should apply too. Annirudh says Rishi and Aditi need a long break. He goes inside to talk on a call. Parashar brings Jhanak there and wonders where Rishi is. Jhanak asks him why he brought her there. Parashar tells her that he knows she is angry at Rishi for doing this when she is unwell. Jhanak tells him that now she will tell the truth to him, but he should not lose his control. Parashar tells her that he is scaring her. He takes her inside. Everyone gets shocked seeing Jhanak there. Parashar asks Rishi what is happening there. Aditi asks them why they came there. Jhanak says she is unwell, so Parashar brought her to Kolkata. Arshi tells Jhanak to go to the hospital, if unwell then. Parashar warns Arshi not to talk like that with Jhanak. He scolds Rishi for not picking up the calls. Rishi says his phone is not with him and he was busy. Aditi tells Parashar that she married Rishi. She says only her father has the right to call Rishi a son-in-law. She calls Annirudh. Parashar gets shocked seeing Annirudh there. He asks Annirudh how the latter is doing because they are meeting after many years. He asks whether Annirudh remembers Nutan. Jhanak and Aditi get shocked hearing all this. Neela taunts Jhanak for doing this drama. Aditi says her marriage happened with Rishi today legally. Moreover, Rishi and Jhanak never accepted their marriage. Annirudh recalls how Rishi gave Nutan's letter to him. Parashar asks whether marriage is drama for them. Annirudh says they are guests, so they should eat before leaving. And Jhanak doesn't look well, so Parashar should admit her to the hospital and he will take care of hospital bills. Rishi asks Annirudh to say what right the latter has to pay Janak's hospital bills. He reminds Annirudh about the letter. Annirudh says he remembers that letter. Jhanak says Rishi and Aditi are made for each other and no one can come in between them, and she doesn't want any wife status. Rishi says Jhanak can get daughter status if not wife. He asks Annirudh whether the latter will give daughter status to Jhanak. Arshi asks why Annirudh should do that. Annirudh says a lie won't become truth. Parashar says he knows who Janak's father is. Jhanak asks Parashar who her father is. The episode begins with Aditi asking why they are discussing Janak's father. Arshi recalls how Jhanak lived with Brij Bhusan as Nutan. She understands. Jhanak, aka Nutan, lived in Simulboni. Dadabai asks Rishi to say what's the matter because they should take Jhanak to the hospital. Abhimanyu asks Parashar to take Jhanak to the hospital and he will give money. Rishi tells his father it's not about money. He says they deserve to know who is Janak's father. He asks Annirudh to say who Jhanak is to him. Annirudh replies Jhanak is no one to her. Rishi asks how Annirudh can lie and asks when Annirudh will accept Jhanak is his daughter. Everyone gets shocked hearing this. Aditi asks Rishi, what nonsense is this? Rishi tells her that he is telling the truth. He reveals Nutan's letter. Annirudh says his name was not mentioned in that letter. He lies. It was written in that letter that Parashar is Janak's father. Rishi says Annirudh is lying. Annirudh says he can't accept it just because Nutan said something. Parashar tells Annirudh that God knows the truth and villagers know the truth, and he never had a husband and wife relationship with Nutan. He asks Annirudh to not disrespect Nutan and her love. Annirudh says he knows Jhanak is not his daughter but Parashar's daughter. Rishi says Annirudh is lying to save his reputation. Jhanak tells Rishi that she doesn't want anything from Annirudh, and she won't give the father's position to Annirudh because he abandoned her and her mother. She tells Annirudh that she wants few answers from him, that's it. She asks Annirudh why he betrayed Nutan and why he left them. Anjana asks Annirudh to tell the truth because he loved Nutan so much. Bablu tells Annirudh that Nutan never lies. Annirudh tells Bablu that Jhanak is Parashar's daughter, not his daughter. Bablu tells Annirudh not to do this. Rishi says he will go to any extent to prove Jhanak is Anirudh's daughter. Aditi asks him why he is getting involved in this matter. Rishi tells her that he knows the truth, that's why. And Annirudh did wrong by not taking responsibility for Jhanak. That's why he took Janak's responsibility. He tells Parashar, let's take Jhanak to the hospital now. Aditi asks him what about their function. Risni tells her that Jhanak is his responsibility. Jhanak tells Rishi that she doesn't want his help. Rishi tells her that he did not ask her permission. Parashar takes Jhanak to the hospital. Meanwhile, in the car, Bablu reminds Annirudh about his past. He asks Annirudh not to disrespect Nutan, and Annirudh should not run away from the truth. Annirudh recalls how Nutan told him she is pregnant. He tells Bablu that he got to know about Nutan's pregnancy, and villagers said Parashar is responsible for Nutan's pregnancy, and he doesn't think Jhanak is his daughter. He says he is taking Jhanak to the hospital because she is Nutan's daughter. That's why. Bablu says one day, Annirudh will accept Jhanak is his daughter. The episode begins with Jhanak telling Parashar that not everyone can get love of family. She says she has Parashar, who loves her, so she doesn't care about Annirudh. Parashar says he accepted Anirudh's help for Janak's sake. Jhanak says she is feeling bad because of that. Parashar says Nutan loved Annirudh so much, but Annirudh doesn't deserve Nutan's love. Jhanak tells him that she will go with him to the village after her recovery, and she won't return to Kolkata ever. Parashar tells her to achieve something to show city people she is not less than anyone. Jhanak says she doesn't accept her marriage with Rishi, so leave. All this, they reach the hospital. Parashar tells Annirudh that he will take care of hospital expenses. Annirudh says he brought them there so Jhanak can get the best treatment. Bablu says Nutan is like his daughter, so Jhanak is his granddaughter, so he will take care of Janak's hospital bills. Annirudh says Jhanak is not his daughter. Parashar asks Annirudh to stop talking nonsense because both of them know the truth. The nurse asks Annirudh to fill out the form and mention the relationship. Parashar tells Annirudh to write his name as uncle of Jhanak. Annirudh fills out the form. The nurse tells them to wait in the reception area. Annirudh tells Bablu to go home. Bablu asks Parashar to take Jhanak from there after discharge. He leaves from there. Parashar tells Annirudh that he will fight for Janak's rights. Annirudh says Rishi and Aditi's marriage happened and the past doesn't matter for him. Parashar says he will fight even if Jhanak stops him, because he won't let Jhanak live like Nutan. He goes out to wait. Annirudh tells the nurse that he wants to meet Jhanak. The nurse gives permission to him to meet Jhanak. On the other side, Rishi thinks he should have gone with Jhanak to the hospital. He hopes Jhanak is fine. Aditi enters the room and sits beside him. She says, finally they got married. She asks why Rishi and Parashar targeted Annirudh. Rishi tells her that he understands she can't doubt Annirudh. Aditi says they should not discuss this topic on their first night. Rishi tells her that she started this topic. Aditi tells him that he doesn't look happy. In the hospital, Annirudh asks Jhanak why she came there. Jhanak replies she could not get treatment in Simulboni, that's why. Annirudh tells her that he is not her father. He gives papers to her and asks her to sign them. He says this paper will prove Jhanak and Rishi's marriage happened forcefully. And Rishi signed already. Jhanak asks whether Rishi signed already. Annirudh shows the sign to Jhanak. Jhanak asks him what else is written in these papers. Annirudh says Rishi and Janak's relationship is over, and he will give money to Jhanak for this sign. Jhanak tells him that she doesn't want his money. She asks him to leave from there. Annirudh tells her that she can't win against him, so she should sign. Jhanak asks him whether he ever loved Nutan truly. Annirudh says Jhanak is Nutan and Parashar's daughter, and Nutan lived with Parashar without marriage. That's why she dragged his name. Jhanak tells him that he is wrong, because she knows about her mother. She says Parashar would have accepted if she was really his daughter then, and Nutan never lies. Aditi asks Rishi whether he feels for Jhanak. Rishi asks her what kind of question this is. Aditi tells him that he is thinking about something on their first night. Rishi tells her that Nutan said Annirudh is Janak's father. Aditi says Annirudh won't lie, and she is not happy on their special day. Rishi tells her to end this topic. Aditi tells her that now she thinks he doesn't feel for her, and she is becoming insecure seeing how Rishi treats Jhanak. She asks whether he is not happy. Rishi tells her that he is happy. Jhanak asks Annirudh what will happen if she doesn't sign. Annirudh says Rishi will lose his job and his reputation will be ruined, and he is doing this for Aditi's future. Jhanak says she is ashamed that Nutan loved Annirudh, and she is heartbroken that Nutan failed to see Anirudh's real face. She signs on the papers and gives it to him. The episode ends.